Before starting the training, please trim and level the aircraft. Set an altitude between 1 to 5,000 feet and a speed of 600 to 800 knots. Point the aircraft towards the waypoint arrow of the HSI. Jester will warn you just before reaching the next waypoints, so that you can change flight direction. Press spacebar once you are ready. Now you will enable the autopilot by turning the AFCS, Automatic Flight Control System switch, to engage. Note that the stability augmentation switches must be enabled for the AFCS to work. Next, enable the altitude hold switch to maintain a constant altitude. Good, the autopilot is now engaged and your aircraft should maintain altitude by itself, if you keep the throttle adjusted to maintain your speed. Please note that the autopilot will disengage if you pitch up or down on the control stick. However, you can still move the stick left or right, so that you can follow the route through the waypoints while keeping the autopilot engaged. If you inadvertently disengage the autopilot, simply level the aircraft manually and then re-engage the AFCS and Alt-Hold switches. Press spacebar to begin the training subject. On the back seat, Jester will be entering waypoints coordinates onto the navigation system, as needed to follow the mission's flight plan. Jester will inform when he has the next waypoint ready, so that you can be alert when the waypoint arrow on the HSI points to a new direction.
Okay, turn point is updated.
While the real Phantom does not have a built-in music player, Heatblur has added one to its F-4E for DCS, allowing for some entertainment during long flights. This music player has been implemented as an additional capability of the standard AVTR, audio and video tape recorder, fitted on the real Phantom to record sensor data, allowing it to also play a music tape. To sample its use, the Phantom includes an original 10-song soundtrack of Ghosts and Thunder by Meteor, but with some work you can also employ your own custom music instead. The AVTR is located to the right of the pilot seat, while its status lights and mode switch are placed on the main panel of the rear cockpit. By default, a blank tape is loaded on the device, to be used for the standard duty of recording flight and sensor data onto it. To play music, you must first swap this data tape with a music tape. To swap the cassettes, the AVTR
Steering to next turn point is in.
setting its mode to off on the rear cockpit. As we have not yet used the AVTR on this flight, it is already off. When off, you can press the eject button to open the cassette holder. Do it now. Once the tape is out, click on it to swap it with a music tape. You can click it again to swap back to the data tape. Make sure to select the music tape. You can recognize it by looking at its label. Insert the tape onto the AVTR by clicking on the cassette holder. Once the music tape is loaded, songs can be played by setting the mode switch to record. As you are now on the front seat, you have two ways of doing this. Ask Jester to set the mode, or move to the rear seat and do it yourself. Just to show you the AVTR controls available to the back crew, we will this time move over to the rear cockpit. Press the key 2 to move over to the back seat. I've highlighted the AVTR mode switch, set it to record. As the loaded cassette is a Music 1, the device will enter its music player mode and begin to play the first track. Do it now. The digital display beside the AVTR switch will show the track number currently selected, and the record light will illuminate to signal that it is playing music. Clicking on the record end of tape lag will skip to the next music track. It is not possible to go back to the prior track, you can only skip forward. Once the tape has finished playing all songs, the EOT lamp will illuminate, and explicitly commanding the next track will start the first track again. Press the 1 key to move back onto the front seat. On the pilot cockpit, we can control the music volume by rotating the highlighted lamp next to the pilot's left knee. It will illuminate in green when the AVTR is recording data or playing music. Adjust the volume and press spacebar to continue. On the front cockpit, you can press the unthread tape button of the AVTR unit to skip tracks while playing music. Below the button there is a small digital readout which displays the current track number. Click the button to continue the training.
Okay, turn point is updated.
Pausing and stopping the AVTR can only be done at the rear cockpit, flicking the AVTR mode switch as needed. You can also ask Jester to do it for you. Let's try it. Press A to bring up the Jester menu. On the Jester menu, select Systems, then AVTR Recorder, and then Standby to pause the music. Press spacebar once the music is paused.
Roger.
Record would unpause and begin playing again. Off would turn the ATVR off to allow you to swap tapes. Try these 3 options for a while until you get the hang of it. Leave the music playing and then press spacebar to continue the training.
Okay.
The music files for the tape player are stored on a dedicated folder within the DCS folder hierarchy. Mods, Aircraft, F-4E, Sounds, Tape Player. The picture at left shows the standard Meteor songs. Each track file is played in alphabetical order and can be in either WAV or OGG format. Press spacebar to continue. As implemented for DCS, it is necessary to have an SDEF text file for each song to be recognized by the tape player. These files are stored on another dedicated folder, as shown on the picture at left. Mods, Aircraft, F-4E, Sounds, SDEF, Tape Player. The SDEF text file should contain the file name of the song using the template shown at left. Note that no file extension is needed. Press spacebar to continue. To add your own songs, create the corresponding SDEF file for each song, and then place the song files and their SDEF files on the folders indicated previously. The picture at left shows a sample set of custom songs, placed on the proper folder hierarchy, and prepared to be applied using the well-known OVGME Mod Manager. As this manager is not able to delete existing files, I named my songs starting with 00 to have them alphabetically sorted prior to the built-in ones. This way they will play first on the play sequence. The built-in Meteor tracks will be played in sequence after the last of mine. Press spacebar to continue. You have successfully completed the training subject for this mission. Select, press spacebar to end the mission now. Or press backspace, if you prefer to keep flying to enjoy the music and the scenery.